Let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah. I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Fuck this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah. Oh shit, they don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war every exhibition, every extra mission, every enemy listening. Get off my dick, I got bad intentions. Make it right every wrong, and I'm back with a vengeance. I show you the ropes. Peace in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they wanted to smoke. If you know, then you know. Suited up, bitch, my whole team do the same. Don't you forget who created the game. Ready for war, I was born with grenades. The trenches where soldiers are made. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
1, 2, 1, 2, coming off the top, y'all know how we do. Listen, I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to the host named Eric. 1, 2, 1, 2, coming off the top, y'all know how we do. Listen, I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to the host named Eric. Yo, he's never on some average shit, you know Eric, he stays loud and passionate. I'm about to break it down for y'all with the clever song. Yo, shout the host named Thomas, cause he's never wrong. And shout to John, you know that he's smart and quiet, unlike my freestyles which cause a riot. I'm about to do it like this cause the people love me. Shouts out to PHP the Ugly. It's called ugly cause it's not professional, but I'm about to come through and bless it with style. So let's do it when I'm spitting, I perfume the room. Yo, the segment of the show is called Doom and Gloom. That came from Thomas. Yeah, can nobody go beyond this? I get the mic and then I'm about to keep it like a promise. Yeah, and y'all know we fill them up with anguish. We talking about the PHP, the programming language. About to break it down, no exaggeration. What do y'all do for a living? Web applications. Okay, I can dig it. My words spray tight. They getting together on the Thursday nights. Yeah, when it comes to rhyming, you can call me the new dude. I spew true lyrics while y'all broadcast on YouTube. So let's get it. You know my lyrics are major. All up in the comments, they got plenty of haters, but they doing what they doing. Keep it ugly. We ending every show with the saying it's lovely. Let's go. Hey, shout out to y'all. Peace to the whole squad, man. Hope your channel is doing real well on YouTube. Hope you guys are having fun. And it was an honor and blessing to do this little custom freestyle for y'all. Hope you enjoy. Stay up. Yeah.
Hey.
All right. The 29th of February, 2024. And you're listening to episode 374 of the PHPUgly podcast. I am one of your hosts, Eric Van Johnson, and with me is John Congdon.
Hello. Hey, look, the title bot's working.
That's awesome. Are you sure it's working? That's great.
According to Discord, it's working.
If this is your first time joining us, welcome. This is a podcast that focuses on the PHP programming language, the surrounding community, and our company, PHP Architect. And it's made a little better thanks to some sponsorship from honeybadger.io and our supporters on Patreon at patreon.com/PHPUgly. We're going to talk about all of them a little later.
And PHP Architect.
Oh, and PHP Architect.
Which we need some new hats, by the way.
We need some new swag, yeah.
With the logo.
If you want to be part of the show, and this is a good show to be a part of, you might want to join us in our Discord. It's not a requirement for what we're doing today, but it is a fun place to hang out at discord.phpugly.com. Some great people in there all week long. Wonderful conversations, PHP focused most of the time. every now and then. Who knows? And yeah. But yeah, it's a special one. Not it's not special because it's February 29th,
Although that is
which
special.
this is even a special February 29th, I guess. I guess it's like a century leap year, so everything gets like put in line again or something. I don't know. I could be talking out my ass, but there's something special about this leap year this year. Like it's called a century leap year, I believe. And yeah. So all good things, but let's get down to it. Let's get down to brass taxes. We know why everybody's here. We
To
know.
listen to us talk. That's about it.
PHP Tech 2024 is coming up in what, John? 30 days?
54 days? Seems like 30, right?
Yeah. And been real happy with how things have been going. Obviously, we always want it to go a little better, but not going to cry about that right now. However, some fantastic supporters, Patreon supporters, I might add, who are in our Discord, have offered up some free tickets to PHP Tech, and we will be giving one of those away, ideally during the show, but I don't know. It might not be during the show.
Ideally, I mean, we're not gonna just make it super easy. We're gonna make you work for a little bit. Make it fun. You are gonna have to have access to either a Twitter account or a Mastodon account. If you don't have one, go to phpc.social, sign up for a Mastodon account today.
Yeah, that's going to be key. So you might want to do that quickly. And yeah, how are we going to do this? Are we going to just slowly release things, or?
So my idea was a little poem.
Oh God!
Get you researching things. Get you looking around, and then throughout the show, maybe we'll make it a little easier as it goes.
For the record, you don't need to be a supporter on Patreon. You don't need to be in our Discord. You don't even need to be a subscriber to the magazine. This is open for anybody. The only thing we ask is if you participate and try to win the ticket, that you come to the conference, because if you don't, then you've taken the ticket away from somebody else who potentially might have wanted to come to the conference. So it's there's no caveats, no tricks. It's a free and clear ticket to the conference.
Currently worth $750.
Yep.
Just throwing that out there.
All right, so lay some poet down on me.
Oh, you want to start right now? You want to start?
I don't care.
All right. Just a little something that was written. To win a free ticket, embark on a quest. Show a sign, hidden, not like the rest. In lands wide where maps unfold, seek the golden design, brave and bold. We're after a section real small and so cute, a symbol, a marker, the quest's absolute root. So do some reflection, gaze far and near on the map's expanse, let your vision clear. Through valleys and mountains, across rivers deep, past cities and forests where secrets sleep. Look closer, look deeper than ever before, for the sign that you seek is part of the lore. A dot, a speck, on the map it awaits, for the keenest eye to unlock its gates. Find this sign, so small and so fine, and a ticket to adventure shall be thine. With patience and wit, let your journey commence to discover what's hidden with keenest sense. For in finding the sign so small and so light lies the key to a journey into the night. Well, or to tech, one of the two.
Feel free to share notes if you like. And yeah, you might
by the way, we know this is going to be difficult to start.
Yeah, we're gonna give you more clues throughout the show, and yeah, you guys will get there. Yeah. It'll be fun.
Although Sarah wants it pasted in the Discord. Which
We can't, Sarah, because that wouldn't be fair to others. Okay, fine, we'll put it in Discord.
doing it now. Whoa, that showed up really big on there, but that's fine. I spent a lot of time writing that. Dang it!
You did. When we were getting ready to go on,
I didn't write that.
Is that a ChatGPT thing?
So I started. I had a good chunk written, and I'm like, wait, let me go over here and say, hey, here's what I want to do. Here's my start. Give me a finish. And I was only expecting like a little 4 or 8 line bit, and I just wanted the last couple of lines to finish it off, and then it spit out this chunk of text, and I'm like, that's kind of good, but you need to change this a little bit, and it changed it for me, and this is what I got. So yes. Well, I'm not that creative.
Not ChatGPT, but AI is taking over the world. Did you read or did you see? I don't know if you necessarily read it. What the CEO of NVIDIA said about AI.
No, I have not.
So he predicts the death of coding, saying that AI will do all the work kids don't need to learn. I think that's a little aggressive, especially after some of the coding help I tried to get this past week with AI. And I don't
say
doubt it. I don't think it's going to happen in my lifetime.
No, I mean, every time I've gotten anything back from any AI thing, Copilot or ChatGPT or whatever, it takes some tweaking. It's not like I get everything I need.
Oh, I got to be honest with you. Are you using the JetBrains AI at all?
Oh, I've tried a couple of times. What I really like it for is actually my commit messages.
Yeah, me too. That's what I use it. That's the only thing it's good for. It's not that good of an AI, unfortunately. I mean, not for me. Like, it never seems to be contextually aware of my code base. And like, I was doing some filament stuff for PHP Tech and Tech TV, and I felt like what I was trying to ask it to do was fairly simple, but man, it just wasn't even like, first thing, it wasn't even acknowledging that, oh, hey, yeah, I know the models you're talking about. I know you have these models. Here's how you would do that. And what I was trying to do, I'm not trying to be abstract here, but we have a pivot table that marries up a sponsor with a conference. So the idea is, as the years tick by and we have more conferences, a sponsor could represent or could sponsor multiple conferences. When they do that, they could potentially sponsor at different levels for different conferences, right? So that's what sent me down my little journey. I'm like, okay, I want to move the level that the sponsor is sponsoring at over to this pivot table, so that I know when OSMI sponsored us in 2023, they did it at this level. When they did it this year, they did it at this level, and ideally moving forward. But I was using Filament to administer all this in the back end. Or we are using Filament to administer all this in the back end. And I was struggling understanding how to do that through Filament interfaces. And like I said, JetBrains AI was of little to no help. And I remember feeling that way before. Like I remember every time I try to use JetBrains AI, and I will come clean, I definitely hold it to a higher standard, because especially in PHP Storm, you're in my IDE, in my project. You know the language I'm using, you know the framework I'm using, you know all the stuff. Don't make me have to explain all this to you. This shouldn't all be part of the prompt. You should just know, you should be contextually aware of what I'm doing here.
Mhm.
and I just never feel like it is.
Yeah,
I'm dialing
I've
back
not
on
I,
that.
I don't think I've actually gotten any good code um, recommendations from it, and I'm just not using it right. Like I thought it would just show up within the IDE, and I feel like I have to open the AI window to use it.
Mhm.
We have a client that I work with that actually pays for Copilot for me, right? So I've actually been using that, but even that, the suggestions I get are just frustrating me. It's like I sometimes I accept it and then end up changing 50% of it. It's like, kind of got something there, but it's just
Mhm.
not. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I like it
Yeah.
for I like it for this stuff, writing poetry or not code. Just doesn't seem to do it.
Yeah. I don't, in ChatGPT, you can't, or at least in our world, w specifically, the apps we work on, we can't use it because we're, like, on Laravel 10, PHP, 8.2, and ChatGPT is, like, not aware of those releases. It's, like, a year or whatever. I think 2022 was the last model or something. So it's
Yeah.
not even like, I think the most current version of Laravel it's aware of is Laravel 8. I feel like I could be wrong there. And yeah, and so much changes. It's I don't know. I don't know where I'm at with it. I felt like I liked it a lot with Copilot initially, like when it was in its beta, and then it kind of felt like it wanted to get in the way too much. And I remember turning it up because I had that enabled in Vim, which is really where I need it because if I'm coding in something other than PHP, I'm typically in Vim. And I'm, I could probably use some assistance there. But I still had it enabled in PHP Storm. And yeah, I just felt like it was getting more in the way than anything. And I remember at the time, and if you're still using it, maybe you can tell me if it's still the case. I felt like it was actually clobbering the IntelliSense in PHP Storm.
Hmm.
So like, Copilot kept trying to inject its code when it's like, no, this is just a simple, like, just let IntelliSense figure this one out. You're way off base.
Exactly. And I feel this. I do feel that with Copilot. I just enabled it, I think this week, but I'm I am experiencing that, and it is frustrating. It was the same thing that happened back when we were in the Copilot beta. Like it's it's still doing the same thing, and I didn't like it back then either.
Yeah. I do have a question though. So one of the things I wanted to use it for is writing tests. And that's actually something I took time to do yesterday in Tech TV. And I never even got to writing the test part because I started writing factories because you need to build up your database for a lot of some of the tests you need to run, right? And even that had a good amount of complexity to it because like I finally got my head around it. I kept coming at it the wrong way. And then I realized, no, no, no. The factory I want to build is I want to start with the conference, then start with then the speakers, for that conference, have the speakers build out their talks, add those to the conference. And yeah, I just like started building out that way. I kept I was struggling again with the factory creation because I felt like I was trying to come to it from the other side where I said, okay, I have this talk, it's in this room by the speaker at this conference. How do I do that? And I just had to kind of flip the script on that. So I started building out my factories. And if we have any Laravel people out there who do a lot of testing and factory generation, let me know because I might have screwed myself on this because I did something I said I would not ever do. And as I'm saying this, I still might be screwed even if we get this fixed. But we talked about several times. PHP Tech TV was a very last minute thing last year, and John and I were straight up guerrilla coding that during the conference. So we didn't necessarily have migrations for everything because like we were pulling things in from session eyes and trying to figure out like, okay, what information do we need in Tech TV? And then we were doing the stuff we needed for the streaming service. So like, I don't think everything had a migration. Now I feel like I went back and fixed that because I had this thing where it's like, okay, if anybody else works on this, they need to be able to build out these database through migrations. So I feel like I went back and fixed it. I could be wrong in that. But what I did do for sure is at some point I did the whole thing where I told Laravel, okay, clean up all my migrations, just make it one big SQL statement, and I'll start building my migrations moving forward. I remember when this feature came out, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. I would never use that. But I was like, just kind of like, okay, well, yeah, let's make this directory look clean. I had no reason to do it. It's not like we've worked on clients, or I know I have. I've worked on clients that literally had hundreds and hundreds of migrations. And there could be an argument to be made of, oh yeah, this would help performance when people are spinning stuff up, especially if you do deployments or something a lot, or I mean developers a lot who come on. So it was just like a new feature that I hadn't used yet. So I'm like, all right, let me do it here, and I did it. And all it does is it just creates one big SQL file and it puts it in another directory. My understanding of that is when you do a PHP Artisan migrate, it knows about this other file and it goes there first and says, okay, do I need to run any of these, anything in this file, or am I up to date here? And then it starts to pick up the migrations. That's how I always assumed it worked. But when I finally got my factories created and I tried to run my first test, I do the whole refresh database at the top, and I'm using a SQLite, so it's not writing to an actual database, but I'm using SQLite in memory SQLite, and it wasn't able to find like the first table in the database, which again, I thought, oh, did I not have a migration for that table? But I looked in that other dump file, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's there. And I'm like, I can't believe that refresh database doesn't capture that and run it. But maybe it doesn't.
I don't know. It sounds like that may just be your initial data set. Like you need to create your database from that and then run your migrations.
Okay. I have to look into it. I meant to look into it last night, but I was asked to do an editorial instead, and I was intoxicated, so I can only focus on one thing at a time. But Caesar says it works on his end. It does on my end. I must have, again, I had a few Sevasas, so it might have been something I was doing wrong. I will mess around with it again tonight. I feel like this would be a much bigger problem if it was real. Like it has to be a me issue and not a Laravel issue. I just need to take a look at it.
Interesting.
So Caesar is in our Discord for anybody wondering, and Caesar replied, weird, it does on my end. I use this feature. So this is one of the great reasons you want to be in Discord. This is why I ask our Discord these questions, because we have some really smart people out there. Caesar, I might ping you later tonight. I don't know where you are in this globe, but I may end up pinging you.
That's the beauty of Discord. You can send a message and it will be there tomorrow if they are asleep.
No, I expect an immediate response.
You expect them to pick up the Discord phone.
That's right.
Or whatever. Answer the voice channel when I call.
Okay, we're going to do a sponsor ad, and then I'm going to make John give us more of the more hints. Oh, wait. Sevi, do you have something here? Just put the show riddle into...
No, it doesn't have anything.
That's it. Okay, so I'm going to read it in case we have audio listeners, because if we don't give this ticket away on the show today, this will be out there until we get a social media post oh, did we already explain that? Was I giving away too much there?
No. Did we explain it? We were supposed to, if we did not. But
okay,
so
let's get the sponsor out of the way first, and then we'll talk more about it.
Okay.
Thanks to our friends at honeybadger.io for sponsoring this podcast. Monitoring, like web development, can be complicated. There are tons of tools and techniques, but you just want to know that your app is up and that your customers are happy. When your customers encounter a problem, you need clear, actionable intelligence, not walls of charts and reams of logs to tail. That's why they built Honeybadger, the monitoring tool we always wanted. A tool that's there when you need it and gets out of your way when you don't, so that you can keep shipping code, know when critical errors occur, and which customers are affected. Respond instantly when your systems go down. Improve the health of your systems over time and fix problems before your customers can report them. Honeybadger is the application health monitoring tool built for you, the developer who cares about a quality product and happy customers. Be the hero of your team and sign up for a free trial and start monitoring today at honeybadger.io. Setup takes as little as 5 minutes. See what you've been missing and fix it. Once again, that's www.honeybadger.io.
Thank you, Honey Badger.
You, Honey Badger.
So I got a kid in Discord today. It must not be oh, they're about to go to sleep. And got Kaylin, PHP architect person, team member. Got Mike, also a PHP architect team member. Yeah. You guys don't qualify for the free ticket, FYI.
Well, wait, do they? If they win, just kidding. Yet another reason not to like NVIDIA Jensen Huang is what are the other reasons? I don't know of this person. All right, we're going to talk more about tech. So to win the free ticket, our goal is to get a screenshot of something, whatever these riddles come out to point to. And we'd like you to send those screenshots via social media to either twitter.com/phpugly or phparch.social/@phpugly. Did I say that right? Because
at PHPUgly at phparch.social.
The one that's on the screen right now.
Yes. And then the PHPUgly handle on Twitter. So you have, and I mean, as far as I knew, also have at PHP Tech. Same deal, at PHP Tech on Twitter and at PHP Tech at phparch.social on the Fediverse. Mention those two handles in a screenshot, and the first one who does it will get the free ticket.
Yeah.
So do we have
not that makes it any clearer. Oh, you want another clue? Sure. Let's do that.
I'm excited to find out.
In PHP lands, with map in hand, we tread through lines of code where lesser feared ahead, closer to the goal with every step and sign, a small elusive key in digital design. Through loops and functions, our path becomes clear. The destination nears, the answer oh so near. In the vast web of syntax, a truth we unveil, the tickets within reach at the end of the trail. Doesn't really get us any closer, but
Are we gonna give him something else?
What do you want me to give him? You want me to give him the answer?
Well, no, not the answer. I thought we were going to start holding their hand and walking closer. Okay.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm taking a look at this thing Sevi posted in Discord. This Alam It's a
Oh, cool.
llama. Ola Lama? Ula Lama?
Uh,
It's a locally run LLM, large language model. And he fed the first poem into that. I assume they have it running and got a response. I'll read the response because he posted in Discord, and if we have audio listeners later, the response says the riddle is a map which contains clues to help you find the hidden marker. The key is in finding the sign that says free ticket, as it will unlock the mystery of where to find the treasure. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just reading what Sevi got from his LLM when he put it in. Interesting. I would not have gotten any of that. So John did post the second one in Discord. If anybody is watching live,
yeah, that'll probably be the last poem. As we will just start. I mean, we're 30 minutes in. I don't know if we've actually gotten anyone sending any screenshots yet, but we'll figure that part out later. We got a new sponsor that we've signed for PHP Tech. Do we want to talk about that?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Do you have them up on tech?
I don't yet. Today's been a little bit crazy. Yesterday and today.
We are up on Tech TV.
We are still trying to get the February issue of the magazine out, and I'm at my wit's end. It's February 29th. It's a leap year. This day shouldn't exist, and the thing's not out.
So, the day shouldn't exist.
So we will. I don't know. It's going to be going out hopefully in the next couple hours.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're done, right? I thought we were going to release it during the show. Actually, I was kind of hopeful.
It's not like a magic button. There's more that goes into it.
It is for me. I just say, yeah, go ahead and release it, John, and it just happens. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, yeah, hopefully right after the show, I can spend some more time on it. I was up till 2 a.m. trying to get that thing out. So, little frustrated.
I didn't get any word. I got the message from you at like 11:30. Again, it's all kind of blurry. But I didn't even see you online in the company Slack. I'm like, oh, and I think I even messaged you a few things and got no response. I'm like, you must have gone to bed.
No, you messaged me at 12:05, I think, and I didn't see it. I was busy trying to get stuff done, and then I think I started kind of passing out, and it's like, I'm spinning my wheels, not making it very far.
Yeah,
I finally went to bed at 2. So that's the way it is.
So who's the new sponsor? We got the sponsors up here.
We have just added Vonage to the list. Vonage, actually, OSMI has been on there as well, or was supposed to be on there. We just added them to the site though. So added OSMI and Vonage. And Sensio Labs since the last time we talked, I believe.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I don't think Sensio Labs was on here last week. Yeah. And so fun stuff. Thanks to everybody for your support. We'll get Vonage. So is Vonage the only one we don't have on the tech site?
And OSMI. I think I need to get both of those on to the tech
both
site.
On there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Why is this so big?
What? Are you talking about?
I'm zoomed in. Oh, I'm not sharing with you. Oh, the little. I create the sponsor pages with the new one, but I had zoomed in there, so it's fine. Everything's good. Don't panic,
Gotcha.
John. Everything's
we need
good.
to do the same thing. Need to do that same thing over on tech.
I have a branch I'm working on.
Cool. Sarah, have we explained how to solve yet? Yeah, it's going to be a screenshot of something as we get closer. And yes, you'll send that either via tooting or zeeting. We didn't really say a hashtag, but hashtag of PHP Tech would be great. And Sevi, yes, you're a little off base there. It's going to be a screenshot.
That was
Eh,
brilliant,
eh,
Sevi.
Yeah. And a big clue is in the very beginning of the second poem there.
That's a
Just saying.
huge clue. I wasn't
Just
going to
saying.
call it out, but yeah, that's a huge clue. Yeah,
Yep.
and don't look at my source code, Sevi, please. Just move on.
Please
That's
don't.
not what that view source is meant for. Is that code? Trust me.
It gets the job done. It's there.
Does.
That's actually one of the articles in this month's issue, in the February issue. We spend so much time wanting to build the best code. We want to engineer things to be beautiful, do everything with best practices. And while we should strive for that, when you make that your primary focus, you sometimes miss the mark. And friend of the show, friend of tech, who helped us a lot last year, just happened to say, hey, I want to write an article about DDD, but in the DD is great and all, but keep it simple, kind of. And it worked out perfect because our feature article we already had was about domain-driven design. So it's kind of like a pro-con type of feature set this month.
Yeah. So fun stuff. Did I ever share that with people? I like my little Easter eggs. I'm going to share it with you right now. Is this it? Is this the right one? Am I sharing the right one here? Turn that on. Okay. Nobody ever mentioned it, so I don't know if anybody ever noticed it. But these little quotes at the bottom of PHP Tech TV are change. Some of them are funny. Some of them are actually kind of insightful. But if you have any quotes you'd like to see down here, let me know. I'll throw them on here. I love having different information, like dynamic information, on the landing page. It's nice. So that's what I did there.
Did you scrape those quotes from social media or from somewhere else?
Oh, that's all AI generated.
Probably is.
No, I did a bunch of I have a running back. This is how old it is. Back in the day, a running Evernote where I like to capture little quotes. I'm like, oh, that's a little insightful piece of lesson there. And so I went there, and then I think I looked up a few new ones.
Nice.
And no, that's not a clue. So you don't have to refreshing the page. There's nothing in there. But all right.
Let's talk about friend of the show, Ben Ramsey. Sarah, are they toots or are they posts on Mastodon?
The posts.
Well, she called them toots. So Ben shared a very insightful, kind of like personal story. And like, I can't imagine being in his shoes or some of our other friends that are out of work right now. Thankfully, Ben found a job. Right. Ben did find a job. So lucky him. But we have other friends that have been out of work for a long time and struggling to make ends meet. And I feel absolutely terrible. But Ben brought up a great point. I mean, he is well respected in the community. And
oh, that was meant to be an inside voice. I'm sorry.
Respected within our community. And then even outside of people who consider themselves part of the PHP community, just PHP developers in general, use his UUID package all the time, right? It's huge. And you would think that would get you a foot in the door with interviews or count for something. And he's saying he's finding that it doesn't seem to matter to companies that are hiring. And that's, I guess, feeling like just ready to throw in the towel, because there's a lot of demands on your time. People are often disrespectful online. Can you believe that? So I don't know. I enjoyed reading that in the sense that he's sharing something personal. I feel bad that he was going through it. and happy that he's back on his feet with the job. Can't wait to hear more about that.
Well, and what's funny is that you always see like these developers of frameworks, especially frameworks, who go to a job interview and they're like, "Oh yeah, well we're looking for 10 years of Vue.js experience," and it's like Evan Vue. And he's like, "No, I just created it like 5 years ago. That's not even possible. I'm the creator of the framework." I don't know if that happened to him, but you hear about those all the time. It's like, I created this package or I created this framework, and you can't have that much experience because I didn't create it that long ago.
Yeah. Well, it's hard. I can't. We talked about it before. I've never been in the enterprise. I've never tried becoming a staff engineer or moving up into management like that. I've always been part of small businesses and then starting a small business. So I don't know what all goes into that, but I can't imagine growing my career so far and then being in this weird middle place where I've managed teams of 10, but not teams of 100. And you can't get hired by those bigger companies because you haven't managed teams that big. It's like, well, how do I get that experience? I've managed decent sized teams. I've managed decent sized projects.
Mhm.
And some enterprise corporations, just, they have their hard set rules. Like, nope, you don't have this experience, we can't hire you. And it's gotta be frustrating.
Yeah, no. I mean, I agree with you. It is frustrating. I've definitely been on that side of the fence for a very long time where I can never seem to get the experience needed, but but also like depending on what enterprise you're in, like a Google or a Fortune, let's just say Fortune 500 company, you get so many applicants for every position that you just have to have some baseline filters. And when you're one of those big companies, it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm looking for somebody else who's worked at our level. Like, I'm not even interested in looking for people who weren't. I worked at a big enterprise, but I was lucky as shit to do it. I did it. I actually had somebody kind of mentoring me. I was, I was a self-taught developer and hacking my way through life and doing a little web pages here and there. Matter of fact, I had for years ran the website that managed our adult baseball league in San Diego. But it also happened during the .com like bubble. And all these enterprises were losing people who were going to these small startups because these small startups would get all this funding, they'd throw all this money at these big enterprise established people. They'd leave the enterprise and left these gaps, these holes that I have just happened, just pure luck. I knew the right person at the right time. They slid me in, and when the bubble burst, there was like this mass of people coming back to the particular enterprise I was in. And some of them could find jobs again, some of them couldn't. But I can assure you, had it not been that series of circumstances, I would probably not be where I'm at today. What's the side eye for?
What's that?
What's
Wasn't
the side
side eye
eye for?
It wasn't side eye. I was trying to like shh.
What?
The next clue might be around. There's a specific piece. We don't want the screenshot of the entire thing. There's a specific part that we're trying to get you to kind of hunt and find. Is that the next clue? Does that work?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I was talking about. You're like, oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know anything. I'm like, but he knows it's a map. He knows it. And then I saw your next poem. I'm like, you literally said PHP lands in the poem.
I know.
Like you started it. Do we
can't be here all day.
No, I don't. Yeah, definitely don't want to be here all day.
We're
Do we just tell them what we're looking for? Or?
We're looking for people to submit some screenshots, and then we'll go from there. You have access to all the socials. I'm
do.
not.
I do. Matter of fact, I should probably be running those, huh?
Probably.
Let's fire that up. All right. So
It's
while
gonna be
we're
very
waiting,
embarrassing
then,
when we get no response to this.
I
Just saying.
mean, I'm prepared for that. Like, I'm totally expecting that. That's why I'm trying to be generous with the knowledge transfer to potential audio listeners later in the week, because I do want to give this ticket away. I'm not as confident as you are that we will give it away in this show, but yeah,
I'm gonna say we're not in the next 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah. I mean, either that or we start giving some serious help. Serious help. But yeah, if you're an audio listeners, you definitely want to be on the community map called PHP Lands. Go to PHP Lands. I mean, I guess thinking back at the first poem, maybe you can figure out what we're looking for. I feel like you're being too, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I would have just flat out told him what we're looking for.
We can. Just not right. I mean, go for it. At this point,
We can. Not now, though. God damn it.
we can.
I
I don't know. I thought it'd be
Well, let me pull
funny.
up the socials. Let me pull up the socials. Let's just make sure nobody said anything. And I mean, I'm not expecting it. Whoa, that's a lot of notifications. Well, yep, definitely no screenshots on the Twitterverse. Good. We have a screenshot. Sevi. Very close, my friend. You have the right idea. If you're on Mastodon, check out Sevi D Music or Sevi Music at mastodon.social and what they posted. They are in the right frame of mind. And that was very smart of you to do what you did there. I will be honest with you. I don't know.
Why?
I think it's going to get shared now.
Seven. Why are you not using your PHP social account? I'm following you there.
PHPC.social?
PHPC.social, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize they were there as well. But yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, you want to. Sevi has the right idea. We're looking for a location on the map. He just happened to pick the wrong location.
Yep.
I think, Sevi, if you get this, are you coming to tech? I need answers from you, man. Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Why that's happening. I can't believe how close that was. That was way closer than I thought it was going to be. I got locked out. Sevi,
Well, you're not supposed to share that kind of story. I'm just saying. What you were sharing to get you
pro
locked out?
tip, Sevi. You know a couple of administrators of that Mastodon instance, and several of them are in your Discord. One of them goes by the last name of Ramsey, and I believe I'm actually still one as well.
Okay, so you really want to go, can't afford it. If you get a free ticket, can you afford it? Because you still have to get there and have lodging. Unless Eric's current wife will let you share their room. I'm going to go with
All
a
right.
no.
No, probably not. I don't think that's going to happen. Been talking a lot about Discord. Again, Discord's helping people figure out this puzzle, find their way through it. But somebody in Discord, and this might have been 72 or somebody else, I forget now, said, asked if Devilbox was dead. If you don't know what Devilbox is, this is a project I was huge on back in the day. I actually learned about it through PHP Architect before we purchased PHP Architect. Joe Ferguson did a great talk on DevOps, and what it was this Docker Compose configuration that allowed you to run multiple sites with multiple versions of PHP and all the other stuff through Docker, and it worked fantastic. Just really worked well. I used it for a really long time, and until I stumbled onto Lando. The reason I ended up going with Lando was with DevOps, you were kind of stuck in one place as far as like everything under my repos directory was a DevOps website, which is fine. It worked for a good amount of time. But with Lando, I didn't have that restriction. With Lando, with DevOps, it's like everything you need to run is ran in this composer instance. So if you need Redis for one project, you needed to enable it for all projects. Not that that's a problem, but you just had all these extra containers running. And Lando allows you to get a little bit more granular over what services are attached to what projects, what versions of those services are attached to projects, and things like that. So I just started gravitating more and more to Lando. So DevOps was a great project, but they had brought to the attention that there has not been a contribution or a commit to DevOps in over 2 years. And that's really sad to see.
I thought you pointed that out when they shared
I
that.
did.
You're like, yeah. I was like, that's a great catch. Something to look for in things that you're using.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Like when I go look at a package that I'm considering using, I see when the last commit was. That's a big indicator to me on whether or not it's good. I see when the last commit was and how many open issues there are. Not that open issues are a bad thing, but like if they're open issues that are sitting around for a really long time, it means that they're not being maintained. And yeah, that's kind of just a red flag to me that I watch for. I'm fine with a lot of issues, and there are 16 open PRs for this, and none of these are bot PRs. These all look like they're people trying to push the project forward. So this is the other side of that coin that we were talking about with Ben Ramsey, where Ben does so much work in pushing forward open source stuff, whether it's the packages he works on, our community, or how things are done. Then you find things like this where clearly like a maintainer has decided that they don't want to take care of it, or something has happened. I mean, we don't know. You don't know what the story is here. Maybe this maintainer, something bad happened and they just don't have access anymore. But you get these stagnated projects out here that people don't seem to be accepting pull requests anymore. So what's the fix? I mean, it's the open source world. The theory is fork it and start your own project. There's some like kind of politeness you do with that. Like you try to reach out to the maintainer and says, hey, we want to go in another direction. This is how NeoVim got started, right? A lot of community members weren't happy with the way the Vim project was being managed. And they just tried to work within that project for a very long time and basically had gotten to the point where they're like, yeah, this doesn't work for us anymore. If you're not going to kind of change some of these workflows, then we're just going to fork and go our own route. So yeah, short answer, it's not looking good for DevOps.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
We have a winner. Who's the winner? We have a winner! That doesn't count.
What do you mean that doesn't count?
Oh, wait. Are you looking at social or are you looking in Discord?
What?
Where are you looking?
I'm looking at on PHPR/social.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at Discord. Somebody got it in Discord too. There we go, Sevi. Sevi pulled it off.
Yep. We were looking for the PHPUgly podcast sign.
Yes, on the PHP lands map, and it is a very big map. If you're not aware of PHP lands, you definitely want to go check this thing out. This is a very cool project, and they were nice enough to accommodate putting a sign in there for us. So initially,
I just saw Eric Mann's post.
Right, I was like, he's already going. So initially, when Sevi was on the right trail, he pulled up PHP Architect. I'm like, yeah, that's close, but that's not it. And then, obviously, like John said, we're looking for a PHPUgly, which even at this zoom is not easy to see because it's on this little sign right here. right here. Here's a little sign that says PHPUgly. But yeah, check this map out.
To be fair, he did cheat. We know that.
How? Did he look at the source code?
No, with the pins.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I thought that was smart. I don't think that was cheating. I didn't think to tell anybody that, but yeah. Yeah, I thought that was smart. So Sevi, you have a free ticket to PHP Tech. What you do with that ticket is totally up to you. Shout out to the project maintainers of PHP Lands or PHP Earth, I guess it is. Lands.php.earth. If you look at your speaker banners that have been getting posted for the conference, this is the map in the background. I had reached out to them because the whole kind of idea is, hey, this is a global community and we've had this focus on maps, but like when I was doing the speaker banner, I'm like, there's no way to get a map that has everybody's country, at least the country of the people who are speaking. I can't get it all on a map and then get it zoomed in where it makes sense on the speaker banner. So I reached out to the maintainers of the PHP Lands map, and they're like, "Yeah, use it. We might even use it on." Oh no, we actually have our bag design down, so that is now official, and I'm not going to share it with you.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff on here. Check it out. Very worth doing.
Do we want to share what we're doing at Tech around the sponsor game? Excuse me, sorry about that. So last year, if you came to PHP Tech,
started on that shit.
Yeah, we do. So last year at PHP Tech, we gave everyone a puzzle. I think it was like 25 pieces, and then within the puzzle design were the sponsor logos, and then mostly Eric and his wife. I did a handful of them, but they did the majority of them. Took the bags out, found each little sponsor piece, and gave them to the sponsors. Because the whole idea is we want you to visit the sponsor booths, right? It's not meant to be stressful. It's not meant to be mean. It's the sponsors want to share what they have, what they do, how they think they can help you. And the people that run the booths are usually in DevRel, developer relations, and they're awesome to talk to. Like they care. They care about about you as a person and like having a conversation. They're not necessarily there just to sell their product. So anyway, we want you to go visit the vendors. Last year was puzzle pieces. This year, the theme is the global PHP community because it's a huge community. And you're going to get some sort of book. We don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be your passport to the PHP community. And you're going to go to the sponsors and they're going to stamp your book saying you visited us.
Visited us.
Visited us. That was Eric's idea, and I thought it was amazing. I love that idea.
Every now and then. Can I share? We don't have a problem sharing that blog post, do we? Right? I'm going to share that blog post. We stumbled onto a blog post, and they're in our Discord too, I believe. Caesar. Oh, wait, Caesar. that the same Caesar?
shared that in Discord.
Yeah. So
It was
Caesar.
shared earlier in Discord because somebody was saying, "Hey, this could be my first tech. What should I be aware of, or what should I know?"
Oh, and Caesar shared his little
Yeah,
blog post.
yeah, and so did Ramsey.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great little blog post of somebody who went to the conference last year. I feel bad if you read through this, you learn that they didn't stay at the hotel, the conference hotel. They stayed somewhere else, and so they were always like in a rush in the morning to get to the conference. Which I'm like, oh man, I wish we'd known that. Let's see if we could do something. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was cool. And it's funny because when I saw his picture, I'm like, I totally remember this guy.
yeah.
I totally remember him. So
I felt that same way. It was so awesome.
yeah. So yeah, thanks for the kind words. Great blog posts. I hope we see you this year, maybe. But yeah, um, it was great. I'll put this blog post in the show notes as well for any of the audio listeners. And yeah.
So the conversation earlier in Discord was again around somebody's first time. What tips or anything, and so both Caesar and Ramsey stepped up and shared information. And it really is. I did it first back in 2010, and I was scared. I went by myself and not knowing what to expect. And you learn so much about yourself just by going, because I had imposter syndrome so bad. It's like I can't, like, I really don't know this stuff. I'm just lucky to be where I'm at. And then you start talking to people and you realize you have skills. You have the ability to do probably way more than you think you do. And that's just through talking with people. It was such a great experience. And then so you get energized to do better work. I remember every time I've went to a conference, I've come back ready to go, or I was ready to go at the conference. I'm like, I just learned this. I want to implement something with it right now. So the motivation you get from going to a conference is huge. What you learn is amazing. The relationships that you build, you can't, I mean, you just can't do it in any other setting very well. So come to the conference, ready to learn, stay for the after parties. Hopefully we have enough sponsorship and we're able to provide, drinks or food in the after parties. If not, people go grab dinner and come back because we'll still hang out. We hang out in the big ballroom where we get to play tons of board games or card games or whatever you want to do, sit, socialize, chat. One night, Tim Lytle's going to be running Battlesnake. If you have never done Battlesnake, it's a lot of fun. If you've ever
Are you
played
able to explain what that is?
Yeah, I was just about to actually. If you've ever played the old Snake games, especially on, I wrote it on a TI-81 back in the day, right? Snake, just where you kind of run around the board, you up, down, left, or right.
Mhm.
Your goal is you want to eat apples, and as you eat apples, you grow and get more points. In Battlesnake, the server is making API requests to your code. So you're writing code locally, open an Endegrok tunnel or have some way for the Battlesnake program to hit your API. And what it does is it hits you and says, hey, here's the state of the game. Here's the board size is this big. Your snake is here. Their snake is here. And I think there's usually up to 4 snakes on the game. And then you're using some sort of logic, whether it's random. I'm randomly going to move up, down, left, or right. Or you have other logic. I need food because in this game, you have so much energy and you have to eat food every so often. Otherwise, you'll just perish anyway. So maybe you write logic where I want to be the longest snake and you hunt for the food on the board. Or you want to do something like, I'm just going to stay on the outside of the board. The funny thing is everyone has different logic on how they do it. But the game goes with API request comes in, you make a decision really fast, send it back. It goes. It's a lot of fun. The goal is obviously not to hit any other snakes, not to hit the side. not to hit yourself, and last snake standing wins.
That sounds very cool. We need to get
I
Tim.
like that, Eric. Man, I like that. Some folks used Python last year. I did not know that. Yeah, we should have Tim like do up some rules, and I like that one. You're at a PHP conference. Write your snake in PHP. It's not that hard.
No, I was going to say, just write up like what somebody needs to know going into the battle, like you said, having in Grok installed if that's thing, and then put that on the conference website so anybody interested has access to it.
Yeah, I'll ask him about that. Get some information on the site, and we'll talk about it in the next 53 days.
Yeah, if you're coming to the conference, as Sevi is, Sevi.
Yeah, I already said they were.
If continue to start pinging the conference website tech.phparch.com for a while. We are going to start hosting some stuff on there. Corey, who's been helping us out with our social media this year, has been doing such a fantastic job, and they've been putting together these like posts on things to do in and around where the conference is, and not only things to do, but how to get there cheaply. You can always Uber, but there's a train and all this. We're going to get all that posted up on the website. Maybe these snake requirements and rules will get posted, and anything else we can think of, we'll start to kind of feed it into the website a little bit to kind of give people, something to go there. We did get a new, I guess the way the hotel is doing shuttles changed a little bit. So they sent us kind of new procedures for that, which we're going to post on social and post on the website as well. Basically, if you haven't done this before, when you land at O'Hara, there's a free shuttle to the hotel. You just need to know where to go to get picked up, and they'll take you right there. And they take you back to the airport to catch the train there if you want. Oh, Derek, did you catch Derek? What's his last name? Reathens. He said that the pro tip is not to go back to the airport, that there's somewhere else to catch the train. Did you?
Is there?
Sarah might have. I don't know who else was part of that conversation. I'll have to reach out to him. I think it was Derek that said it. But yeah, they said that. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, apparently it's walking distance.
There are people that walked from the airport to the hotel. Like, it's not undoable. It's only a mile or two. Yeah. But they I think they went around and through some like buildings or fences and to get there. But if you don't want to wait for the shuttle and you want to get some exercise.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody's saying, it's like a 5-minute walk. Yeah, but you have your bags. Yeah, Eric, exactly. Right. You have your bags with you. It's like, I wouldn't want to. Last year we had the current wife, and I brought like, I'm not even exaggerating, like 12 pounds of candy.
Meanwhile, you realize you could buy that you can buy candy in Chicago.
Like, I don't know why we thought it was a good idea to buy it in Southern California and fly it to Chicago, but that's what ended up happening.
Meanwhile, you're at the airport ticket counter, and you're like, "Oh crap! I got to take 5 pounds out of this bag and put it in this bag because I'm over."
Oh man, we had one of those big suitcases that just had candy in it, and man, the candy went quick. So, if you have candy preferences, let the current wife know in Discord or SoCal or NorCal Kid or myself, and we will do it. Eric Mann or Sarah or anybody else who knows, do you know the trick to catching the train? Oh, okay. So that's what Derek was talking about. You're still catching the train at the airport. You're just walking. You're not taking the shuttle. Is that what I'm understanding here?
That makes sense because you got to wait. Like the shuttle runs every 30 minutes or whatever. So
yeah,
and then you got to it's an 8-minute walk versus having to wait on the shuttle to go to the, is it 2 terminals or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're going to the airport, they're dropping people off and people have their bags and stuff. I didn't realize it was this close. It's not even half a mile. Really?
Yeah, I did not realize that either.
That's crazy. I did not know it was that close at all. Okay, well, I definitely think I will be doing that. Oh, that's the car rental. That's not the airport's over here. Oh, that's what they were saying. You go to the car rental. I got you. All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool to know. Good to know. Oh, all right. I'm gonna do that this year. I have a phobia of public transportation, and it's a straight up phobia. I'm embarrassed to say it, but trains are one of the ones I can do because mentally they're on a track. My biggest phobia is buses. Even the shuttle, like the shuttle from the airport to the hotel, I have to talk myself and hype myself into doing. But like public transportation buses, I can't do. When I was working downtown San Diego, I bought a pass for the public transportation bus, and that was my goal. I was going to ride the bus for a month, just ride it in random places. I didn't even have a destination. I was going to get on the bus and ride it in random places, and I never rode it once. I literally bought this month pass and never use it. And keep in mind, like, I'm not a punk. I'm a big guy. I enjoy, mixing it up a little bit. That's not the problem. Like, I don't know. I got mental issues. You guys don't understand. I get mental issues. I don't know what the issue is, but it's a problem.
I like how you're like, I like to mix it up a little. I wouldn't mind getting into a fight every once in a while if I could. You got to do it every now and then. But I love Ubers because, like, Ubers, I feel like I could overtake the driver if I did it. Don't ask me. I just got problems, man. I don't know what to tell you. All right. I forgot. If you scan this QR code, you get a PHP listener discount.
We got to stop giving out discounts. I keep telling you this. Yeah. Holy smokes. Stop giving out discounts. But yeah, we had a huge...
I lied. This isn't a discount code. This is just a link
you actually pay more. We had a huge virtual day today. I think we ended up selling like, what, 8, 9, 10 tickets?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Lots of virtual passes purchased today. And you can also buy a virtual pass now. They're on sale. Same process as buying a ticket to the conference. Just pick virtual pass.
Yep. All automated. Ready to go.
I think we need to backfill a little bit for the people who bought passes, physical passes, who bought physical passes before we did some upgrades to PHP Tech. I think I need to go and backfill those people. But all right, I think that's going to do it, John.
Sounds good. I'm good. Right. I got a magazine to get out.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we still got to do that, don't we? All right, that is going to do it for episode 374 of PHP Ugly. I'm Eric.
And I'm John. Keep it ugly. Nope.
Mm-mm.
Don't keep it ugly. No, don't.
Keep it ugly.
Keep it ugly.
1, 2, coming off the top, y'all know how we do.
Oh,
Listen, I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to the host named Eric. Yo, he's never on some average shit. You know Eric, he stays loud and passionate. I'm about to break it down for y'all with the clever song. Yo, shout the host named Thomas, cause he's never wrong. Yo, shout to John, you know that he's smart and quiet, unlike my freestyles, which cause a riot. I'm about to do it like this, cause the people love me. Shouts out to PHP, the ugly. It's called ugly cause it's not professional. But I'm about to come through and bless it with style. So let's do it when I'm spitting, I perfume the room. Yo, this segment of the show is called Doom and Gloom. That came from Thomas. Yeah, can nobody go beyond this? I get the mic and then I'm about to keep it like a promise. Yeah, and y'all know we fill them up with anguish. We talking about the PHP, the programming language. About to break it down, no exaggeration. What do y'all do for a living? Web applications. Okay, I can dig it. My words spray tight. They're getting together on the Thursday nights. Yeah, when it comes to rhyming, you can call me the new dude. That's you true. It's like a broadcast on YouTube. So let's get it. You know my lyrics are major. All up in the comments, they got plenty of haters, but they doing what they doing. Keep it ugly. We ending every show with the saying it's lovely. Let's go. Hey, shout out to y'all. Peace to the whole squad, man. Hope your channel is doing real well on YouTube. Hope you guys are having fun. And it was an honor and blessing to do this little custom freestyle for y'all. Hope you enjoy. Stay up. Yeah. Come on. Hey.
Sarah, you know you want to attend.
Thanks to our sponsors on Patreon. Wait, what? Want to attend? I thought that's a given.
No,
Is Sarah not coming?
she will. She wants an Oscar elephant.
Sarah, I have pictures, man. I will release pictures to your employer. No, that's an empty threat. We need to talk about Oscar a little bit because I'm starting to feel bad. I was adamant, and I'll fess up to this. I was very adamant about not giving out. We weren't going to sell the Oscar elephant or anything. If you wanted the Oscar elephant, you needed to come to the conference, and that was it. That was your only opportunity. But we've gotten so many requests, and a couple of legitimate requests from people who are established elephant herders within the community who make sure they get all the elephants. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Like, I really don't want to go through the hassle of selling them because that was such a pain in the ass. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing about the Oscar elephants. If you're one of the people who reached out to me or reached out to John or I asking how you can obtain an Oscar elephant, ask us after the conference because we didn't buy that many, so we really need to see where we're at after the conference. I don't know what we're going to do after that. If we have extras, I don't know what we're going to do. I do totally appreciate the people in the community where this is the thing, right? They collect the elephants. I have a pretty good collection of elephants myself. Look up there. See them all up there? All my elephants?
Nope.
And that
dark.
that was just like the big herd. I got elephants like all over the office, all over the house. So yeah, I think that's great, and I would like to add to your collection. I just don't know if it's going to be possible. We'll have to figure it out.
Limited number, limited supply.
Very limited supply. Very limited. So yeah. What? Really? Are you really saying you're not coming, Sarah? I'm hurt. Well, I don't know, Sarah. Do you have a ticket? Talk to Sevi. Work out something with Sevi. I don't know. Maybe he needs some help with document stores or something. Or they need help with document stores. All right. Yeah.
Whoa, what happened there? What did you do?
Oh, I don't know. What happened? Oh,
I don't know.
boom. There we go.
Not exactly sure.
You know what I realized? I looked back. I don't think Discord. You weren't getting links, were you? I don't see any links get posted. God damn it! I'm gonna have to find. I have to find where that bot's running again. Damn it! That might have been on the Pop OS machine. I'm gonna have to fire that thing up.
I thought it was running last week.
No, it wasn't running last week because last week's when we did the noon. We did the show at noon, and I just assumed that's why they weren't posting. Take it. I need to fire up my Pop OS machine again. I'm trying to cut back on power consumption in preparation for my solar and get like a baseline of how much I can charge my batteries and how long the batteries last before I start running all these extra boxes again. But yeah, I don't know.
You've got at least another month before that gets turned on. What you?
I told you the power company came out and turned off power to the house. When I saw him at the front door, I'm like, "Oh yes, I'm getting so high."
And then he's like, "Nope, just turning it off."
No, yeah. I guess the little controller panel or whatever wasn't communicating to them anymore, and he needed to swap it out. I'm like, "Oh, damn it."
All right. I do want to just hang out, but I really gotta get this magazine done.
Let's do it. Let's do it on the stream.
Do it on the stream. All right.
No, we can go.
Whatever. I'm just stressed. Stressed out.
We had a good jump on March, I thought. Then I realized, oh yeah, no, we have to have March done and printed like in time for the conference.
Right.
So crap again. Crap on the cracker.
We're always looking for writers. If you want to write, we will pay you. I know we can say it all the time, but
we have such a wealth of resources in our Discord. I know you guys are smart. I know you're smart, and we need a couple of feature articles. Matter of fact, I think we need another feature article for March.
No, we have 2 on the list. We're just waiting for them to be submitted.
Oh, even after we took that one off?
Which one off?
I told you they'd already done. We'd already ran their article.
Oh, I did. I misunderstood your message then. I did not realize that.
I think we already ran their article. I think it was back in October. November? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to go look.
Yeah. I mean, I remember I saw your message. I didn't realize that it was the same proposed article for March.
Yeah. Yeah, same title. Sarah, you live there. You're coming to the conference. I don't hear it. Sarah, if you're still around by chance, in all honesty, we do have I know for sure we have one more ticket to give away who we will reveal who donated that ticket because they said we could. Hint, they're talking to you now. But if you have any good ideas on how to local PHP underprivileged channels in the Chicago area, whether schools or programs or user groups, let me know. I think we'll want to do something like that if we can. Cool. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the goal for the next giveaway is maybe reaching out to somebody who otherwise don't have the means. Like maybe they're not a professional developer or get paid to do it, or they're a student who's learning to code.
That's very nice of you. What am I looking for? I know what I'm looking for. I just can't find it.
I love Sarah types the same way I do, like that flow of thought. Like there was no reason for her to write that first half, just I might have an idea, let me get back to you. But she does exactly like I start typing and then I realize, oh no, maybe I do. And I'm like, I'm not deleting that. I'm just gonna keep typing. Retired teachers in the Chicago. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. I feel torn on it because I kind of want like somebody who can appreciate it to go, but also it's like you want to make sure you're exposing people. Like it might be that person who isn't a professional developer gets this ticket. They come in, they get accepted to, they feel the love of the community, and they start to embrace it, and they make the next big package that makes everybody's life easier.
Yep.
Right,
Sevi, I just realized Sevi's screenshot actually had the pin marking because he had the pins turned on.
Yeah, he had the pins turned on.
It's all good. What were you saying?
Oh, I thought you were wanting to drop off. Oh yeah, I see the pin. Wasn't there something weird? Like, didn't that pin not tell you what it was? Let me turn on pins here for a second.
No, it did.
Oh, it did. It did tell you it was PHPUgly.
Yeah.
Because there's one that it doesn't. Oh yeah, look at that. So, everybody who's still hanging out with us, I was very hesitant to have this be the game because this is an open source project, and I'm like, no, John, they'll just look at the source code and find us and find where it's at on the map. And John's like, have you looked at the source code? It's not that easy.
The source code is just JavaScript. I think it's just a JavaScript JSON object pointing to where the pins are going to go with the names. Like the actual image somebody created, and it's just the image. It's not like the image is built from source code. All right. What am I looking for? That's why I can't find that. It's in Dropbox, I think.
I know. I got stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even get on my rant, and we had an opportunity of Docker on Mac. Maybe we'll save it for next week, but are you still using... Do you have any issues with Docker on your Mac? Oh my God, so do I. It's driving me crazy. Holy smokes. All right, I'm glad it's not just me.
It seems like in the last week it's gotten worse for some reason.
Yeah, I agree. Like the last couple weeks for sure, it seems that. So one of the issues I'm having is containers. The containers shut down, but the little Docker desktop doesn't do, like it just hangs. It just so frustrating. I freaking hate Docker on Mac. Hate it.
Yep, wrong one.
The honey badger map. Hey Woods, do explain. What are you talking about? I took a screenshot of the honey badger map, thinking that maybe you embedded something from there. What honey badger map are you talking about? Again, you're on the right path at least.
I wanted to do something with a sponsor. We just didn't come up with that.
Yeah. I need to see if for sure that was a hard no, not saying who the Patreon supporter in our Discord who donated this. I think it was a hard no. Let me see. What do they say? They say, I appreciate you. I think I still want to remain anonymous, but I'm happy if you want to say one of our Patreons have donated a PHP Tech ticket. Okay, that's fair. So I did keep that. So if you know who you are, you and I corresponded just last week, or a couple weeks ago, actually. No, last Monday. That was the ticket we just gave away. If you're listening to the show by chance, matter of fact, I'll message you right now.
And thank you so much for donating your ticket. That was amazing. All right.
Yeah.
I gotta stop.
What is this? So
Okay, I'm gonna go do it that way. Oh, give me that.
I honestly thought you were making it way harder. I'm like, nobody's gonna get this. I should have known better. 'Cause it was funny to those listening still when John shared with me his poem approach. Like I knew what it was, I knew where it was. I'm like, oh my god, you're pointing them right at it. No. And then I started thinking.
I thought that was your whole goal was to point them right at it.
Well, I was gonna say just go to PHP Lands and then find the PHPUgly reference.
Isn't that giving it away?
I guess it would have as fast as Sevi found it. Hey Sevi, you're totally not on Twitter? I'm just writing a congratulation post, but I'm not sure if you have a handle on Twitter still or not.
Got opening day on Saturday.
All right, congrats.
Hey, did I tell you we won our first scrimmage game?
Oh, no, you didn't. You just have just your younger one playing?
Yeah. My younger one. The two managers, me and the other manager, don't fully know all the rules.
I did two things wrong. One benefited us and one didn't benefit us. So in Little League, they have if a ball is overthrown, so like they're trying to throw somebody out at first base and it's overthrown, you get the base you're going to and the next base. So technically, my son hit the ball, he should have got to second. But because they then overthrew a couple more times, he inside the park home run.
Mm-hmm.
Grand slam too, I think. But technically he should have stopped at second. So that's the one where I was not, or I benefited from. The other one, it's like I had the same opinion as him. Like they overthrew a second time, so does it restart? The next one, another player got it to third. They overthrew, but I had him stop there. But he should have gone from third to home, and we should have had a run there. So,
well, I don't. It might be different in the league. I'm just asking questions. It's not just a matter that they overthrow; it has to go out of play, right?
No.
Oh,
just overthrown. Just because they're 8, 9, 10 years old. I think the next bump up in division, that may not be the case, but I don't know the rules there yet.
Gotcha.
But it's, you still got kids that can't catch in this league, so it could be right on target and the kid doesn't catch it. They want the kids to have fun.
Yeah, and and there's a whole thing of like if a pitcher overthrows, they only get one, but if it's overthrown from the field, or no, if a pitcher overthrows, they get 2, but if it's overthrown from the field, it's 1. And all these weird like caveats, but that's later. Don't worry about that.
For me, it's right now just trying to get the kids to listen, especially a couple of them. You're like, just stop. Please just listen.
That's why I tell the wife all the time. I would get asked, "Are you ever interested in coaching?" I'm like, absolutely not. Nope, not even a little bit.
Eric, man, just posted, there's nothing like spending a week researching daycare options, finally settling on the best option, then discovering that the daycare closed 4 years ago due to COVID. But nobody took down the website, removed listings, or closed accounts.
That sucks. Don't mean to laugh at you, Mr. Man, but
that does suck.
Oh, good gracious. Yeah, that second one's pretty obvious. I just looked over and looked right at that. Oh, they both are.
What
you were saying in Slack.
Oh.
They're very obvious ones.
Yeah. All right, I was in the middle of something, and I got to leave soon. I got to go pick my kids up. All right, incoming is the current version. I'm gonna do it in Slack because it's just you and I.
Okay. Is it done?
It's as done as it's gonna be, I guess, until somebody says, "Hey, you really royally screwed this up."
Yeah, I mean, at this point, just release it and start fixing things for print. We need to try to do something good for the March one.
Yeah, we should go and start
One-
that. The cover now.
Yeah, exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like doing PHP lands as, or at least putting PHP lands in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But I have to look at the articles and see what we have.
No. Kids will be home with grandma, going to school.
So you took us off the inside cover?
We were on the. I mean,
It's fine.
well, that's not really the inside cover spot. That's the back cover spot. But it's just I was just separating the cover from the TOC. I don't. Again, we're at that.
Those
point.
readable code images actually look better in the article than I thought they would. Good job on your placement.
Thanks. Actually, Jackie chose the placement.
Yeah, look good.
As she was doing the layout.
Eric, man, you may be happy to know that your article and Oscar's article inspired the title and cover. Actually, Eric Mann's didn't really get in there, did it?
No, because you gave the design company like 2 or 3 options, and I think they went with something else.
Yeah, I didn't really capture the cheating part of it.
It was supposed to be inspired by that. Okay.
Oh, you know what we should have done? Dang it. We should have had the cover be like a boot, and like the cards are in the boot, like the top of the boot coming out of the top of the boot. Like that's what we should have done. Dang it. And we were just under the gun to get this one out. That would have been such a better cover. Dang. I'm gonna beat myself up over that one.
Well, considering we just started the cover 2 days ago, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Yeah. You're a funny guy. Yeah, it looks good. Let me look at the metadata. I assume you fixed that. But...
Don't assume anything, please.
Oh, yeah, you didn't. I don't even know where that's coming from.
Yeah, I did.
No, it still says archaeology to me on mine.
Stop it.
I'll send you a screenshot.
No, don't do that. I got it right here. I'm just going to open it. This one. I don't even know where to find that in.
Yeah, I don't know where that is either, actually.
No, I don't know how to find it in. I'm using Acrobat.
Oh,
I know where it's set. That's why I said I changed it, and so
gotcha.
I'm confused. Document properties. Mother, damn it! What the heck? Oh, I did not re-export. Hang on.
Oh, you have the red square around the cover?
No, I don't. Where? Oh,
get rid of
how
that.
did that happen?
Red square around the cover.
Cover. I took that out.
Yeah, he would. Kalen is a short guy. He's usually the one in the shade. Because he's short and around tall people. He's a short guy in the shade. It was funnier in my head. Cut that from the show.
Come on, open up. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, let me turn that one. No, not that one. That red square should not be there.
Are you seeing it on yours?
Yeah, I know what you're
Okay.
talking about. I just don't know how that got there.
Wasn't sure if it was like a preview thing or not.
Let me try that. Yeah, that really should not be there.
I do not know. I love the edited by. That was great. Yeah, everything else looks fine. Nothing else is jumping out right now.
What if I delete that? Like I had that not shown, but it still shows over there, which is weird. If only I knew how to make this work. Try it this way.
Oh, you know,
Delete.
I'm going to tell you guys, I don't know if I'll remember to talk about it on the show last week, but oh my God, has this home row configuration
The home row
messed
mods.
me? Yeah, home row mod messed me up so bad. I thought the different layout of the keyboard was like going from this to my laptop was a big change. I don't have home row mods on my laptop, like the actual keyboard of the laptop when I run it, and I don't know if I can do that. But man, I was working remote the other day, and oh my God, I was messing up all over the place again.
Do that. Do that.
Oh, where did I write the titles to?
Make sure I read that right. Oh, wait. Get rid of that. I'm sure people are bored with this. We should probably cut it.
Right. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. It was fun.
Thank you,
Thanks for
everyone.
playing in our little game. See you guys next week.
Bye.